So it's springtime, and it's feeling like a time to do a nice spring cleaning in my bathroom. Now, I don't have a lot of storage in here as far as extra, but I do have a lot of cabinet space, which has led to some, I wouldn't say hoarding, but let's just say some extra stuff that I probably don't need. Now, I haven't cleaned up anything, and this doesn't look horrible, but I have a cereal drawer here of offenders. Yeah, I need to do a decluttering and organization. Ultimately, I'm hoping not to get rid of too much. I like to think that I keep my bathroom as minimal as I can. I know that can look different for a lot of different people. But like, for example, there is just a ton of travel stuff up in this top bin here. So I'm hoping maybe I can pare down some of that and get this place a little bit more organized. If you want to join along, do it in your bathroom as well. Come follow along with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything that has to do with the bathroom. I'm going to put it right here so that way I can see everything that I have. It'll help me organize and keep track of what I do have and what I might not need anymore. The only place that I'm not going to declutter is the space down here. This is just toilet paper and other paper products. So far, here's the damage. There's a lot here. I haven't even gotten to this section here yet. I have my work cut out for me. So I have everything out of these cabinets now on the top here because I've pretty much run out of room. Everything that is in this green bin here is my husband's. I'm not going to really go through that. Although there is some stuff in here that is his. I know that those are his essentials there, so I'm not going to touch them. Let's clean the shelves first. I don't wear makeup every day, so I think I'm going to keep this stuff in the cabinet. I just have to determine what I need to get rid of, and that is partially because some of this stuff has gone bad. I do try to keep it somewhat minimal and contained, and I know that some of this stuff is years old, so let's do that. This right here contains some brushes. I don't really use these, although I do think that maybe taking one of these on my foreign trips would be wise. I can probably even put some makeup, but it just doesn't seem to hold enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask if any of my friends want to use anything that's from here. But let's make a pile of stuff to get rid of. Next, I have this bronzer. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I'm going to continue to use it until I've made my full opinion about that. I have two BB creams. One of these is definitely lighter than the other. This one's more for if you have acne. This one is if you want to have something that is hydrating. I like both of them. I tend to use this one more in the summer and this one in the winter because the shade is a little lighter and I lose a bit of my tan. So I think I've had these a little bit longer than I need to, but they haven't broken me out yet. They're still performing well. I'm going to keep these. I'm also going to keep this mineral SPF. I also have this luminous concealer. It's not the correct shade, but I'm still going to keep it because I don't have another one. And it's not that it does a bad job. It'll end up blending in when I use my other stuff. Here is a color corrector because I do get a lot of acne. Sometimes having this green stick does help diminish some of the coloring on my blemishes. This makeup probably needs to go. It is a full coverage. I did actually purchase this a while back because I had an event to attend and I wanted it to be more full coverage makeup than what I had. But this probably needs to go. I keep it. Oh my gosh. This all-nighter ultra matte, it works. Oh my gosh, it works so well. But I hate the way it feels on my skin. I think I need to get rid of this. So I'm going to see if a friend wants this instead. I have this palette here. I like to say that I take this on me with trips, but I should keep this actually with like my trip stuff. And I don't know why this is here. So this needs to be rehomed. It's a shimmer eyeshadow that I actually really like. I'm definitely keeping this. I love this. I'm going to keep these two blushes. This one I'm debating about, but until I find one that works better for me, I'm going to keep both. Here are my two lip pencils. I think I'm going to get rid of this one because it's just a tad too dark. This one is quite a lighter shade and it tends to go a little bit more with whatever lip I'm wearing. And I tend to wear more neutral colors than I do darker colors. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm going to get rid of this mousse. It is quite old and it doesn't feel good on my skin anymore. So I think it needs to go. Also, it's like leaking. So I think whatever was keeping it good is probably no longer good. So this needs to go. These are all of my actual lip colored tints, whatnot. This doesn't comprise of the one chapstick that I have that I keep at my desk. I really like this color. It's the Clinique Black Honey, and it goes on really nicely. It's not really that dark. I'll show you guys a swatch. So it's really light and sheer. It feels good on my lips, which is ultimately my biggest factor. I don't necessarily care for super lippy lip colors, so I'm going to keep that one. I also like this Gifted lipstick gloss kind of thing. It applies a little bit heavier, but still, once again, you can see it's quite a light color, so I'm going to keep that. I have this Fenty cream that I bought for my wedding to wear. And it looks good. I'm going to put this to the side, though, because I'm not sure if I like it enough to keep it. It's quite bright. This is my red lip. I rarely wear this, but I like to keep it for the days where I'm feeling particularly daring. And I don't feel like it's good to get rid of something just because you don't wear it every single day. I don't want to waste if I know I'm going to eventually get the itch to wear one. And this is my final lip product. And while this one's a little shiny for me, it feels a little tacky when I wear it. I still like the coverage and the look it gives me when I wear it, so I'm going to keep this one as well. I think the only reason why I'm going to hang on to this one is for fancy occasions. When I need a little bit more of a striking lip gloss. I'm not going to wear a lipstick, knowing me, so I'm going to keep it, but I'm just going to keep it in the back of my head that if I don't use it within the next year, that it probably needs to go. Here are my brushes. I use 3 of these consistently. The one that I don't use a lot is this one. I find that it makes my foundation a little too streaky for my liking, so I'm going to get rid of this one. But these other ones do serve a purpose for foundation, bronzer, and for blush, so I'm going to keep these. This makes up my brow and eye makeup. I like this category the most, which is probably why I have the most products here, but I do like to play around with different colors. Not too many, but I do like to keep it interesting. So here's my collection. This is an extra brow pencil that I have for this one right here. It's basically like a second one. I'm going to keep that simply because I know when I run out of this one, I'm going to want the other one. So we're going to hang on to both. This is just my eyelash curler. I like to take these brushes with me on trips. Once again, I don't really end up using these though, so I might need to really consider if I want to take these. I do need to use them for this one though, so maybe I'll just keep 2 brushes. Oh, I'm going to end up keeping it all just in case I want to blend. Never mind, I'm keeping them all. I've had those tools for a long time as well. Here is my mascara that I use. I do like this black eyeliner as well. I don't reach for it as often because sometimes I find it a little too striking, but if I need it for an evening event or for a fancy event, I'm going to want to have that. This waterproof NYX Epic Wear eyeliner, it is a liquid eyeliner, which you would think would work great. I, though, have really shaky hands, and I find it really hard to control. Plus, this is probably 2 or 3 years old now. I'm going to get rid of this. These were meant to be eyeshadow tools. but I actually end up using them as eyeliners, which is sometimes very fun to do, especially because they're light colors as well. They don't really leave as big of a striking contrast. I use this eye pencil as well. I love the greens, if you can tell. This is a darker version. I'll show you what these greens look like. So this is the dark green. So if you can see, it has a slight shimmer to it, like that gold touch. I do like that. Here's the lighter green. I love this one under my eyes. It's like one of my favorite things to wear. So that one's definitely staying. Then we have this liquid eyeliner, which I find very hard to control. So I think I need to get rid of that one as well. And while this is also a liquid eyeliner, because I don't have anything else in this color, I think I want to keep this. So yeah, that's so cute. I love that. I'm going to keep that. Finally, I have these two eyeshadows. As you can tell, I've used this one more than this one. I don't think I've even touched this one. So I think I'm going to give this one to a friend if they want it. I'm going to keep this one. And let's be honest, if I got rid of this, I might be inclined to get rid of this. I never reach for this because I have this now. And I've had this for quite a while too. This is the problem with decluttering, guys. You see something, you're like, oh, but I got it for a reason. I really like it. Let's see. Okay, look at how nicely that goes on. Oh, that's so nice. Let's do the moon dust one. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Guys, I've convinced myself to keep them both. Also, not as an advertisement, but this product, this jumbo eye pencil from NYX, I have to scrub it off. Like, even when I went to wash my hand to get all the product off, I had to work extra hard to get it off. So if you're looking for something that's going to stay on and seems to even withstand a little bit of scrubbing from soap and water, then this is probably your guy. Okay, so this is how I have it organized. I have a couple more spaces back here, not that I need to fill it up. But since this is my biggest category here, I'm going to go ahead and leave all of my foundations and concealers stuff here. And then I have all of this eye area here. Then I'm going to leave this back spot empty. No need to fill it. Oh, you know what? I got to put this somewhere. Fortunately, it's going in that back spot after all. That's okay. Let's move on to our next category. So I'm going to try to do a speed run through what is on the floor. I don't want to put it back yet since I still need to clean out the drawers. Let's get to this. So Q-tips, 100% going to keep these. Next, this is an old container for a candle that I repurposed for accessing the cotton swabs easily, so I'm going to keep that as well. We keep flossers in here, so I'm going to keep this as well. We have this bag here and these two bags here of flossers. All of these have been gifted at some point in time. I'm going to consolidate these in here. This is one bag that I can throw out. We have 3 of these in here. I don't even know why we have 3. We probably only need 1 in here, and then I can store the other 2 in our closet to pull out or put it underneath in storage. So we are going to keep these. I have this glycolic acid peel that I've been meaning to use on my back. I feel like I don't have the time to use this, so I'm going to find someone who may prefer to use this. Next, I have these rollers. I'm really disappointed about this. I thought really long and hard about getting rollers for my hair because I thought it would help out with my hairstyling. It didn't. I was hoping that it would be the product that would finally do what I needed my hair to do, but alas, it did not function well. So I'm going to see if maybe a friend wants this. These right here are, those little kind of toothpick thingies. I don't like to use these, but my husband does, so he doesn't really use this on a day-to-day, though. I think I'm going to try to store them with our travel stuff, especially because there's like this little case in here. I didn't even know that. So I'm going to see if he'll prefer that. So let's do a question pile, actually. My husband lives off of ballistics. We're going to keep these. Since I have a lot of eye problems, I end up buying wipes for my eyes specifically, whether it is to remove makeup or just if my eyes are feeling a little suspicious. So I'm definitely going to keep this. So far, I'm not getting rid of much, though, guys, am I? I like to use this hair oil on my hair, so we'll keep that. I have these exfoliating peeling pads that are individual that were gifted to me. I think I'm only going to hang on to like 3 of them or 4 for travel, and then I'm going to see if somebody else would like to take the rest of them. We have an empty travel bottle. I'm not sure if this has ever been used. I'm going to look at travel bottle number 2. For sure, keeping floss because that's what I use. I'm currently using this moisturizer. I don't love it, but I'm going to use it up. I am using this Garnier Erase It All makeup cleansing balm. I actually do like this. I have this anti-humidity spray that I was trying out. I don't like it. It's pretty much empty anyway, so this is going away. Here's the soap that I use on my face. I'm going to keep that. We have a charging cord. Not sure for what. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep these for guests. I'm going to keep this. We have a brush here that is probably 15 years old. And while it has worked well for me, I recently started using other combs that are easier to clean out because I'm horrible about cleaning this. And I've noticed that my dandruff has significantly decreased. I know that there's probably a lot of bacteria. I don't know how to clean this well. And plus, it's just not doing its function like it should. A lot of the bristles are starting to lose the ends and starting to scratch the scalp. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to this piece. It served me well, but now I know that there are other tools that are better suited to keep my hair healthy. I have this Bath & Body Works mist spray that I used for my wedding. And while I love the scent, I don't really care to wear a lot of scents every day. I mean, it's been over a year since my wedding, and you see it looks like I barely used it. So I'm going to see if somebody else wants this instead. I'm going to see if somebody else wants this. I think my mother would actually really like this. So I'm going to keep this one too. I don't really use it, so I'm going to see if somebody else wants that. I have 2 curling irons. This is 1¼ inch. Ultimately, if I had my way, I think I would like a 1-inch one, but this one still works. I got it from my mother. So I'm going to keep that. This 1.5 though, it makes my hair a little too big for my preference. So I think I'm going to ask if a friend wants it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep 2 of these and then see if friends want the rest of them to use. I'm going to get rid of this. I also get my conditioner in bulk as well because this is kind of expensive. So when I can, I will get it cheaper. So that's a keep. I've had this container of blades for like 10 years. I have a reusable blade somewhere. Anyway, oh, here we go. This is the reusable blade here. I just switch them out when I feel this one going dull. So this is 1000% keep. One of the best purchases I ever made. We've never used this herbal de-shedding shampoo. I think I'm going to see if a friend wants this. These are like cotton rounds that a friend had sewed for me. So I'm keeping these. These are my 2 hair brushes that I find I use well and work for my hair. So keep. This toilet cleaner container from Blueland, but I didn't necessarily super vibe with the tablets. So I kept the container though. So I'm going to use this for some type of storage. Here's all of the dog stuff. We have so many chargers in here. And I feel like we probably only need 2. Why are there so many cords? Let's see. We have this cord for the, yep. And then I don't think I have any B cables anymore. So I think I'm going to keep this one. We're going to get rid of this one, as well as this Nokia adapter. We don't have a Nokia phone. The piece that I've been avoiding most. I didn't even know I had these. Oh my gosh. These are probably a little too thin. That's probably why I don't like them very much. We're gonna, I think, probably hang on to everything in here, but I would like to get it a little bit more organized. So we've gone through all the stuff on the floor. Now it's time to put it back. I did clean all of the cabinets outside and inside, but now it's determining where I'm going to put on things that I don't use as often and put them down here. I'll use the contraptions like this guy here underneath, and we'll see what I decide to actually put in them. This is what the undercarriage of the sink is looking like. It's looking a lot neater in a way. We have all of our shampoos and conditioners, soaps up here. I have majority of the tooth and deodorants in here. Some of our cleaning supplies. And then this is all of the dog's stuff right here, instead of it being in 10 different categories. And then we have some more cleaning supplies, and then the extra bits that I didn't have a home for anywhere else. Leaving this space open right now. I may decide to put things in it later, but for now, I'm happy that it's actually empty. And before I forget, I need to take care of this stuff too. This is really easy to go through and put back in the cabinet or wherever else I decide to store it. But this is all of our health items, right? So my husband does get sick quite often, so we always keep one of these in here. I'm going to check to make sure it's not expired. 2027. That's good. I don't know why I'm going to hang on to these if I don't like how they hold my hair, especially because this band is a little too thin for my thick hair. So I haven't used most of these. I'm just going to see if somebody else wants these. So this is another donate. I'm sure you may say, Jasmine, what's in these 2 bags? These are my nail polishes. This is fingernail polish. This is toenail polish, and anything else. I already kind of decluttered these a couple months back, so I don't feel the need to go through them again right now. In the event that I do need to, I will bring you guys along. I found some extra products to declutter, one of them being this Intense Hold Hairspray. It's a travel version. I don't really use this one so much. Somebody else can use this. I'm going to put the eye wipes in here because I think this is probably the best place to store it. I originally had it underneath the sink, and I always felt weird about that, so this seems like a much better spot. I did find a way to use the toilet cleaner container. I'm putting all of my hair ties in it, and this is where they can sit while they're in the drawer. So this is nice. Let's get this set up now that all of it is clean. If I haven't said it already, PSA to switch out your toothbrush or your toothbrush heads. I just did mine. I'm going to do my husband's, but I know I forget all the time. So if you have forgotten, take this time, go change yours now. Shower is finished. As far as cleaning, we just have to do the toilet and the floors, and then we'll be good to go. organized the drawers, I actually found very little actually went in them after I took out all the unnecessary stuff. So this is the chaotic drawer that I started off with. I have my hair ties in here, the stretchable ones here. You know, it's looking like I can see everything. This just has a couple of miscellaneous items. This is still looking good. I'm not going to tackle this one today, simply because there's a lot in there, and I do feel like it's a whole different category considering travel. So that's going to be that. But I'm really proud of the storage that we have and how it looks. Much better than what it was earlier.
So these are all of the items that we actually decided to donate or ask if friends want.
Now that everything has been cleaned in the washer and dryer and the floors have been steamed mopped, we're done! Finally. But I am so happy with the space. It looks nice and neat. I know that we have a lot of things that have been decluttered that were taking up space that are out now, and it's all organized and easy to find. So hope this was a good inspiration for you, and that you'll also take this time to, declutter, organize, and clean one of your spaces.